What do you do with the ecstasy of righteousness? My name is Marina Lando. I am a Reiki master and teacher, certified aromatherapist and published author. We judge people all the time. People make us mad. Why this person is so stupid? Why this person is so rude? Why this person is so cruel? The ecstasy of righteousness. I am better. There is another point of view to this. People do things not because they're evil. People do things because they have stories, as you have the story of your life. You have your experiences, and those people have their own experiences. When you communicate with a person, you see just a very short, very compact snapshot of what is going on with this person. You don't know what kind of news this person received 5 minutes ago. You cannot judge the driver who cut you off on the road because you don't know. This person may be a young husband hurrying towards his wife who is having a labor in their home. It might be a middle-aged woman who just received a phone call from school about the accident with her child at school. We don't know the stories of these people. So, how you deal with that? This judging other people also makes you feel good or makes you feel bad. Because you see very pretty lady on the street and you think, oh, I'm not that pretty. Why I'm not that pretty? I'm so angry with myself. I should have had this ice cream yesterday. But you're pretty. You're magnificent. So there is a meditation in Buddhism that helps you to understand that you don't have to judge everyone, because everyone has their own stories and you don't know these stories. But in the essence, we're all the same. Absolutely everyone is the same. And if happiness can be bought with money, Wall Street and Hollywood will be two of the happiest places on earth, but they are not. So, without much ado, let's start this meditation. As always, sit comfortably. Take a deep breath. Close your eyes. Become aware of your body, your feet, legs, torso, hands, arms, shoulders, neck, head. Become aware of your breath. Become aware of 3 groups of people in front of you. The group on the left has less than you do. The group in front of you has the same as you do. And the group on the right has much more than you do. Let's compare these groups. In your mind, turn towards the group of people who have less than you do. These people have less education, less wealth than you do. But they were little babies as you were a little baby. They were loved by their parents as you were loved by your parent. As you were loved by your parents. They were happy when they played with their friends, as you were happy playing with your friends. And they were unhappy when they had to go home and end the game, as you were unhappy to go home and end the game. These people grew up into enchanting youth, and they fall in love, and they were happy to be in love, and they were heartbroken because of the breakup. As you grew up into enchanted youth, and you were happy to be in love, and you were heartbroken because of the breakup. The people in the first group who have less than you in education and wealth grew up and built families, and they were happy when the child was born, and they were unhappy when someone died. As you grew up and built your own family or community, and as you were happy when the child was born or someone died, and you were unhappy when someone died. So in all respects, there is no difference between you and the group of people who have less than you in education and wealth. Now let's face the group of people who have the same education and the same levels of wealth as you do. They were small babies, and they were loved by their parents, as you were loved by your parents. They were growing up with friends, and they were happy to play outside, and unhappy when there was time to go home and do their homework. As you were happy to play outside with friends, and unhappy to go back home to do your homework. They grew up into enchanting youth, and they were happy to fall in love and be loved, and unhappy of the heartache and breakups. As you grew up into enchanting youth, and you were happy, falling in love and beloved, and unhappy because of breakup and heartache. The people in front of you became adults and built their communities and families, and they were happy when the child was born or a new puppy, and they were unhappy when someone dies. As you grow up and build your own community and families, and you were happy when the child was born and unhappy when someone dies. So there is no difference in the levels of happiness and unhappiness between you and people in front of you. Now let's turn towards the group of people who have the most wealth, health, and education than you do. They have more of everything. Let's compare them to you. They were babies and they were loved by their parents as you were a baby and you were loved by your parents. They grew up and they were happy to play outside and unhappy to stop the game and return back home to do their homework. As you grew up and as you were happy to play outside with friends and unhappy to end the game to do your homework. They grew up into enchanting youth and they were happy to be in love and unhappy because of their breakup. As you grew up into enchanting youth and you were happy to be in love and unhappy because of the breakup. They grew up and built their communities and family, and they were happy when someone was born and unhappy because of the death. As you grew up and built your community and family, and every time the child is born you are happy, and every once someone dies you are unhappy. So there is no difference in levels of happiness or unhappiness between you and this group of people, because there is no difference between people who have less than you and you, people who have the same as you and you, and people who have more than you and you. There is no difference between people in the first group who have less, people in the middle group who have the same, and people in the group who have more. Become aware that we are all the same. We all have our own stories, our own paths, and we are all the same. There is no difference between us. Become aware of your body, your head, neck, shoulders, arms, hands, torso, legs, feet. Take a deep breath. and end the meditation. Very good. And if you want to have the access to other meditations that I do, you can subscribe to my membership, Meditations for Precarious Times, and get the first month free. See you next time. Bye.